There's no place else on earth just like the homes of Donegal.
Nothing quite beats our amazing Donegal sportsmen and sportswomen.
The difference between the impossible and possible lies in a man's determination.
You always push yourself as no one else is going to do it for you.
Sport makes the world a better place.
No sports person who gave their best ever regretted it.
It's hard to beat a person who never gives up.
Every morning when you wake up, you've got two choices. Do you sleep with your dreams, or do you wake up and chase them?
Sport has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in the way little else does.
You are never really playing an opponent. You are challenging yourself to your own highest standards, and when you reach your limits, that is the real joy.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn.
A champion is someone who gets up when they can't.
Be the biggest, be the greatest, be the fastest, be the strongest, be the hero, be the legend, be the one and only. Introducing the Donegal Sports Star Awards for 2020.
Good evening and welcome to the 2020 Donegal Sports Star Awards. My name is Declan Kerr and I'll be your host for the evening, as for the first time in the 45-year history, the Donegal Sports Star Awards show has been brought to you virtually due to the restrictions as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Normally at this time we will be about to sit down in the Mount Errigal Hotel for the announcements of the first winners, followed by a meal and the remainder of the presentation ceremony. However, health is the number one priority, and we urge everyone to adhere strictly to the government and HSE guidelines. If we do, then 2021 will be a better year for us all. Despite the impact of the coronavirus, there were still plenty of sporting successes last year, so the committee is delighted to recognise those achievements this evening. I will now call on the Donegal Sports Star Awards chairperson, Grace Boyle, to say a few words.
Thanks very much, Declan. Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you all to the 2020 Donegal Sports Star Awards. 2020 certainly has been a very different year, and indeed for us all too on the Sports Star Committee. We've had to be very creative about delivering a quality Sports Star ceremony to you all, while at the same time ensuring we all remain safe in these very unsettling times. I would like to remember two of the founding Sports Star Award members from 1976, Paul Blaney and Mickey McFadden, who sadly passed away earlier this year. We extend our deepest condolences to the Blaney and McFadden families. This evening is about acknowledging the fantastic sportsmen and women who compete at the highest levels, locally, nationally, and abroad on the European and world stages. We are also recognising people who have given a lifetime to sport, and as well someone who has made a unique mark on the field of play in a very important role. We salute and congratulate all those winners who are about to become 2020 Donegal Sports Star Award winners this evening. This is a very different show to what we have all become accustomed to in recent years, but we are delighted to be able to bring you the first ever virtual ceremony. It would not have happened without a very dedicated Sports Star Awards committee, and I want to thank all those who have put in huge amount of hours behind the scenes so that we could host the 2020 awards this evening. Behind every award ceremony is a very generous sponsor. And once again, we would like to thank Donegal County Council for their continued support. Finally, to sporting families, clubs and everyone who have lost loved ones in 2020, you are very much with us in spirit, and we extend our deepest sympathies to you all. Suna Shiri Arhi Yalig. May I take this opportunity to wish you all a very happy and sporting new year, and we look forward to hopefully being back in a year's time in our usual environment of the big function room in the Mount Errigal Hotel for the 2021 Donegal Sports Star Awards. Thank you all, and back to you, Declan.
Thanks, Grace. It's time now for the formal business of bringing you the 2020 Donegal Sports Star Award winners. There are 12 categories, and we start with the Professional Sport Achievement Award. The winner of the Professional Sport Achievement for 2020 is Oshinor from Rathmullen. Oshinor is rapidly becoming one of the top jockeys in the country, and that was clearly demonstrated last year on the flat racing circuit in Ireland with 39 wins. A significant landmark for the 23-year-old came in September when he won his first Grade 1 race, the Comer Irish St. Leger, on board 7-to-1 shot Search for a Song for trainer Dermot Weld. He's had 153 wins in his 3-year professional career to date and has been a runner-up 137 times. It's Oshin's second time to be honoured at the Donegal Sports Star Awards, having previously won the equestrian category in 2017. Moving on to our second award this evening, and that is the team category. The winner of this category is the Clonmany B Tug of War team. It was a memorable couple of months at the start of the year for the Inishowen outfit. In January, Clonmany won the national 560 kg title and the Nesbitt Memorial Cup. National success was followed by an amazing performance on the world stage at the end of February. Cheered on by a big home support, Clonmany B won gold at 600 kg and silver at 560 kg at the World Tug of War Championships at the Ora in Letterkenny. It was the first time that the World Championships had been held in Donegal, so the celebrations were extra special for Clonmany, who have been one of the top teams in Ireland over the past 4 decades. Before we move on to the next award, I'm delighted that Councillor Rena Donaghy Cahirla of our exclusive sponsor, Donegal County Council, is joining us now to say a few words.
Thank you, Declan. As Cahirla of Donegal County Council, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 45th Donegal Sports Star Awards. 2020 was indeed a very strange year due to COVID-19. We faced many difficult challenges, ones that we had never ever experienced before in our lifetime. Protecting the health of the people was the #1 priority, and that meant that we made huge sacrifices here in Donegal and indeed across the whole country. I am delighted the Donegal County Council, they're again the exclusive sponsors of the Donegal Sports Star Awards. The Council recognises the physical, mental and social benefits of healthy recreation, as well as the joy that sport brings to the people of Donegal. So on behalf of Donegal County Council, I want to thank the Awards Committee, past and present, for their efforts over 45 years. After a couple of months of lockdown in the springtime, thankfully sports got going again in the early summer. And that gave people a big lift, despite the pandemic still very much posing a huge public health risk. I wish to commend all the sporting organisations in Donegal who worked so hard to adhere to the essential restrictions that were put in place to keep us safe. And that ensured that almost all of the competitions in the county were completed. And while it was a massive disappointment that most of the sports had to be played indoors, supporters were still treated to fantastic coverage of the games by the local media, who I have to say went over and above the call of duty to make sure and keep us enthralled and entertained in our own homes. Finally, this night is about sporting stars of 2020, and I want to acknowledge their success, which gave us something to cheer about when our lives were changed so much by COVID-19. So many things have had to be done differently, and the Sports Star Awards is a virtual ceremony done for the first time this evening. So under Chairperson Grace Boyle, the committee has had to adopt a new way to present the awards. And as I hand you back to Declan, I'm really looking forward now to watching the rest of this very special event. So now, Declan, it's back over to you.
Thank you, Rena. We now move on to the schools categories in the 2020 Donegal Sports Star Awards. School successes were first recognised in 1977, and we are delighted that achievements at primary and secondary school level continue to play such a special part in the awards. First up is the primary school category. The primary school winner for 2020 is St Bernard's Special School in Letterkenny. There was a national triumph for St Bernard's in March, winning the All-Ireland Girls Basketball Final at the National Sports Arena in Abbottstown, Dublin. The girls won all their group games, overcoming Crumlin, Glasnevin and Galway. And the glorious run to the final continued with victories over Mullingar and Drogheda in the quarter and semi-finals. St Joseph's Galway were the opponents for St Bernard's in the final. Team members Holly Roberts, Chantel Quigley, Melissa Matthews, Anaya McCullovich, Amy McClure and Alana Kildee were superb in the decider, and the girls were deservedly crowned All-Ireland champions. It was a very special day for St Bernard's, and the staff members with the team were Carmel Ponsonby and Bernie McFeely, while Monica Greer from Letterkenny Community Centre was the coach of a very special group of girls. Next up is the Secondary School Award. The winner here is St Eunan's College of Letterkenny. St Eunan's had success in basketball and soccer in the early part of the year before the first lockdown. The school was crowned All-Ireland Under-19 B-Boys Schools Cup champions after a 78-52 win over Waterpark College at the National Basketball Arena in Tallaght in January. Killian Gribben and Luke Cassidy were outstanding, with the pair landing a combined total of 47 points in the national decider. Meanwhile, the St Eunan's soccer side won the FAI Senior Schools Dr. Tony O'Neill Ulster Cup at the Ryan McBride Brandywell Stadium after a 2-0 win over Cranach College. Goals in either half from Dylan Dugan and Jack Dwyer sealed the success for Paul Brown's side at the end of February. They went on to book their place in the National Senior Cup final after defeating Chanel College Coolock 3-1 in Coothill in early March, before the lockdown stopped the completion of the competition. Moving on to our next award, which is the Hall of Fame, and the Donegal Sports Star Awards Committee was delighted earlier this month to announce that Patsy McGowan of Finn Harps was to be the 45th winner of this prestigious award. The word legend is often overused in sport, but one man who certainly fits the bill for that title is Patsy McGowan. As a player, he was a highly regarded goalkeeper in the famous Summer Cups, and as a result, he attracted attention from cross-channel clubs. But his heart was always with the dream of making Finn Harps a League of Ireland club. He masterminded the entry of Harps into the League of Ireland in 1969 when he was club secretary. Patsy was also the manager of the first Donegal-based team to play senior football on the 17th of August 1969 when Harps hosted the mighty Shamrock Rovers in Ballybofey. McGowan guided the team to a historic FAI Senior Cup title in 1974, and during his first spell in charge, Harps qualified for European football 4 times in 7 seasons. He also served as a director of Finn Harps FC and represented the club on FAI committees. I'm delighted now that our latest Hall of Fame inductee, Patsy McGowan, is joining us. Patsy, how does it feel to be the Hall of Fame winner this evening?
It's a great honour, and just to think about it, I spent 50 years waiting for this moment to arrive, and as you sit there, I was involved from a very early age, from 16 years of age. At 20, I decided, looking at all the football in Donegal, that it was time for a senior club in Donegal, and nobody else was thinking about it, But we moved forward from there, entered in the Junior Cup, the first attempt, won that. 4 years later, 69, we made the move to get into the League of Ireland. A lot of people thought we were off our head, but we had a lot of work done in the background, and the clubs, the majority of them, were on our side. So as I say, it was just a matter of getting there and encouraging the rest of the way, and we've done that,
And Patsy, and you had a great admiration for the people who kept football going in the 1950s and 1960s before Harps entered the League of Ireland.
Yeah. Donegal was a place far removed from Dublin, and Dublin removed from us. And they never bothered about football in Donegal. There was only a few clubs registered. And the amount of work that the people in this county done for football was unbelievable. And it's the main reason that there's still senior football here today. When I think about it now, I look at the Junior Cup team and the involvement of the Foyle Rovers from Derry with Richie Kelly and Pat McLaughlin. And them 2 men were in this along with me and knew what I was doing, And all the people around the county who ran summer cups and all that sort of thing, And the people that I would look to pay tribute to, especially, as Richie and Pat, but as well as that, people like John Sheridan and Rathmullen. John was a king of the summer cups, and as far as the Junior Cup was concerned, Foyle Rovers had been there, done that, and I have to pay tribute to the McDade brothers and to the great Paddy Sweeney for the work that they've done, and all the other clubs like Letterkenny Rovers and them, And I want a special mention for a good friend of mine, Bobby Tolan from Kilrone Tigers. Those are the people.
And Patsy, you were at the helm at Harps from 1969 to 76 period, when Harps were really competing at the top table almost every season. And of course, there was that historic FAI Senior Cup triumph in 1974.
Yeah.
And I suppose, that obviously was a huge event for Donegal in terms of a soccer success. Your memories of that day against St. Patrick's Athletic?
Yeah, you just reminded me of someone there, When we played the first match against Shamrock Rovers, we got beat 10-2. There was a big function in Letterkenny in the hotel, and all the gods from Dublin were down. All the league people, all the pressmen, everybody else. And the pressmen addressed a question to the chairman of the league. And they said, "Do you think, will this club last to the end of the season?" And they turned to me and they said, "Do you think you'll last for the rest of the season?" I said, "Boys, not only will we last to the rest of the season, we'll be in Europe in 4 years. We were in Europe in 3 years."
Fantastic, Patsy. And I suppose just moving fast forward to the current management team, Ollie Horgan and his assistant Paul Higgerty, doing a great job there at Finn Park.
Yeah, 2 men that I admire highly, because the amount of work those 2 guys put in, and I don't mean to be disrespectful to anybody, but if Ollie and Paul weren't there and put in the work that they do, I doubt if Finn Harps would be in the Premier Division.
Okay, Patsy, thanks again. Patsy, anything else you want to say there, Patsy?
No, what I want to say is this. I'm being honoured on the night, right? But I want to dedicate this honour and the award to all those people that I have mentioned and all the people at the grassroots of football in Donegal, because they are the people who made it possible. And that's the only way I can thank them for the work that they've done.
Okay, Patsy. Listen, Patsy McGowan, thank you again. Patsy McGowan, congratulations on being our 2020 Hall of Fame winner.
Thanks very much.
The sixth category in the 2020 Donegal Sports Star Awards is the Coach Manager. And the winner is Kevin McLaughlin from Clonmany B Tug of War team. And what a year it was for Kevin McLaughlin, who managed Clonmany to national and world success. The national 560 kg tug of war title was a perfect start to 2020 for Kevin, and his expert coaching skills saw Clonmany peak at the end of February to claim 2 medals, including a gold at the World Tug of War Championships at the Ora Complex in Letterkenny. Kevin McLaughlin, a very worthy winner of the Coach Manager category. The next category is the Brendan McDade Memorial Special Achievement Award. Brendan McDade was instrumental in the setting up of the awards all those years ago. He was a long-time secretary of the organisation and was succeeded in that position by his son, Paul. The winner of the Brendan McDade Memorial Special Achievement Award is Siobhan Coyle from the Gael Anada GA Club. 2020 is a year that Siobhan Coyle won't forget, as she wrote herself into the Donegal GA history books on Saturday the 26th of September as the first woman to referee a male adult county final. Siobhan's historic moment came when Rua met Cloghaneely in the intermediate decider at the O'Donnell Park in Letterkenny. There was another first for the Fannach Gaels club member at the start of December when she refereed the Ladies All-Ireland Junior final between Wicklow and Fermanagh at Parnell Park in Dublin. And a week later, she was the woman in the middle for the Ulster Senior Ladies final between Armagh and Monaghan in Clones. Siobhan rounded off 2020 by being elected chairperson of the Donegal Ladies GA Board for the first time. A great year indeed for the national school teacher. Now, just before we go on to the next category, we take a moment to remember a great Donegal sportsman, Hugo Dugan, who passed away last month. Mulford man Hugo Dugan, a holder of 7 national senior long jump titles, was a winner 3 times at the Donegal Sports Star Awards. He took the Athletics Award in 1982, was named overall winner in 1988 after claiming the World Masters long jump title in Australia, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2009. Erjeste Gorov Daniel Uthel. Now it's time for our 8th category of the evening, which is the International Achievement Award. The 2020 International Achievement Award winner is Rhys Irwin from Kilmacrennan. 2020 was another great season for the 18-year-old. In early September, Rhys won a British Superbikes title on the famous Silverstone racetrack. A month later, he won his second 600cc British Superbikes Championship race at Donington Park. But Rhys's top achievement came on the weekend 17th and 18th of October when he won the final race of the 2020 BSB Superstock 600 Series at Brands Hatch. That meant Rhys finished second in the overall rankings for the season in what was his rookie year, and a remarkable achievement for the young man who just a day later received his leaving certificate results from Loreto Community School in Milford. Next up is our Special Recognition Award. The Special Recognition Award for 2020 goes to Mickey McCann for his success with the Donegal Senior Hurlers. In early March, he was in charge as Donegal gained promotion to the National Hurling League Division 2B after they defeated Armagh 118-19 in the Division 3A final. Undoubtedly, the highlight for the Burton man was managing the Donegal senior hurling side to the Nicky Rackard Cup title by defeating Tyrone at Croke Park at the end of November. It was the second time in 3 years for McCann to do that as county manager, a great achievement for a Donegal hurling hero. We're now into our final 3 categories of the 2020 Donegal Sports Star Awards. Next up is the appreciation category, and the winner is Danny McGonigal from Clonmany. Danny McGonigal's name is synonymous with tug of war for close on 5 decades. The Clonmany man has been at the World Indoor Finals over 40 times. He has represented Ireland 30 times, enjoying success at the Global Championship And Big Danny, as he is affectionately known, was the key figure in bringing the World Finals to Donegal for the first time ever last February. The lifetime of dedication to the sport of tug of war has been recognised here this evening with the Donegal Sports Star Appreciation Award. Danny was a very proud man as he witnessed 500 athletes from around the world arriving at the Ora Leisure Centre in Letterkenny to take part in the World Indoor Championships. It wasn't a historic occasion for him personally, but it was also a hugely significant time for the Clonmany Club, who have been so successful in the sport over many years. Afterwards, Danny and his support team were awarded the highest marks ever for organising a World Indoor Tug of War Championship. Now, before we move on to the next award, I'm delighted that we are now being joined by the Chief Executive of Donegal County Council, John McLaughlin, to say a few words on behalf of our exclusive sponsors.
Thank you, Declan. I'd like to congratulate all the very worthy Sports Stars winners so far and the remaining winners yet to be announced. It's a tremendous achievement in a year of lockdown, and you should all be very proud of yourselves. Your hard work, dedication and personal achievement has been recognised. Your sporting organisations have done a great job too. It is hard to bring people together for sports during COVID when we were asked to stay apart, and you have managed that very well. Sport is very important at this time, whether you're actively participating, watching on TV, or just talking to friends about it. It gives people a common interest and a social connection and engagement. I'd like to congratulate the committee for sticking with this awards event this year under Chairperson Grace Boyle and her very able committee, some of which have gladly served for many, many years. I know you'd have liked to have been able to hold your more normal event in person this year, but COVID has changed all that. Your commitment to sport, the sporting men and women of the county, and the awards shines through. More normal times will return soon. The council has been sponsoring and supporting this Donegal Sports Star Awards from the beginning in the 1970s, and are delighted to continue to do so. It gives the whole county a lift and promotes sport in every community. To finish, I would like to just congratulate again all the winners and acknowledge the many hours of hard work by the committee. And I'll just hand it back to Declan now.
Thanks, John. The penultimate award of the evening is the youth category. The 2020 Youth Award winner is Adrian Gallen from the Lifford-Strabane Athletics Club. There were two headline successes that stood out for Adrian Gallen last year. On Saturday, the 22nd of August, the then 15-year-old broke the Donegal senior hammer record at the National Track and Field Championships in Dublin, reaching 48.12 metres with her fifth round throw at the Morton Stadium. Despite her young age, Adrian just narrowly missed out on a bronze medal at those finals. But the medal did come on Saturday, the 5th of September. She won silver at the National Junior Under-20 Track and Field Championships in Santry after throwing 48.58 metres in the junior women's hammer event. And there is a big family link with the Donegal Sports Star Awards, as Adrian's mum, Sharon Foley, was a winner 8 times in 12 years. Sharon has also the distinction of winning the overall award twice, a feat only achieved by 3 others in the 45-year history of the event. We now come to the final category and the top award of the evening. Who will be the 45th overall Donegal Sports Star Award winner? Despite their restricted sporting year, there were still plenty of candidates in the running to take this prestigious honour. But the moment has come to name that winner. The overall Donegal Sports Star Award winner for 2020 is Oisín Orr. Oisín Orr has had an outstanding season with 39 runs on the flat racing circuit in Ireland, while he also tasted success in Australia at the start of the year with a big success on 14-1 shot Donegal for trainer Chris Waller. The highlight of 2020 came on Sunday, the 13th of September, when Oisín won his first ever Group 1 race in the Comer Irish State Ledger at the Curragh Racecourse in Kildare on board 7-1 shot Search for a Song for trainer Dermot Weld. The Rathmullen man's fine form continued right into December when he had 4 firsts on the all-weather track in Dundalk. Oisín, who has accumulated 153 wins in a short professional career to date, is currently based in Dubai, from where we can now speak to him live. I know it's coming up to midnight there in Dubai, so first of all, on behalf of the Donegal Sports Star Awards Committee, congratulations, Oisín, on being named the overall winner.
Thanks very much. It's a big achievement. It's great for me, and I think my family will enjoy that one a lot.
Oisín, 2020 was good for you despite the COVID interruption at the start of the season.
Yeah, it was. Look, the season got off to the usual, the 20th of March, and look, after the first day it was stopped due to COVID, but when it got running again, look, I had plenty of luck, and I got on a lot of nice horses during the year, and it was great. It was great to get my first Group 1 as well.
And that Group 1, Oisín, I mean, that must have been a real high for you and to your first time to do it. Just tell us a wee bit about that day and the actual race itself.
Yeah, well, look, there was a bit of pressure on because the filly had won the race the year before, and she had a live chance. It was my first Group 1 chance, really, and going into the race, I knew she had a good chance. She'd been doing everything well at home, and everything went pretty smooth. To be honest, during the race, everything worked out, and look, the gaps opened when I needed them, and she won. She won well at the end.
And last winter, you spent a period in Australia. A good experience for you, I suppose, in terms of learning how they do it out there.
Yeah, it was. I spent 3 months out in Sydney with Chris Waller, and it was a great experience. I had a bit of luck, and I really enjoyed it.
And another experience for you now, you're in Dubai. Good weather anyway, a bit different from here in Ireland, and I suppose you'll be hoping to learn more there.
Yeah, look, it's 22 or 23 degrees every day, and I'm out right now for Charlie Appleby and Godolphin, so it's a great opportunity to get out here, and I'm enjoying it at the minute.
And what's the plan then? When are you back in Ireland?
I'll come back probably towards the end of February and start back working then and go from there.
And what's the goals for 2021?
The goals are just to keep safe and in one piece, and look, hopefully ride a few winners as well, but you try and keep on the better horses, and hopefully we can do that next year.
And as a jockey, Oisín, it's a big commitment. I know from the racing season starts to it finishes, you barely a day off.
Yeah, there's racing most days, and you'll be riding out every morning and keeping busy, and look, you have to keep the weight down as well. So it's a big part of your life, but I enjoy it.
And you have your brother with you as well, Connor. I know he's a jump jockey, you're a flat jockey, so he's done quite well this year as well.
Yeah, he has. He's done really well, and the two of us live together in Meath, so I see plenty of him, but he's doing well.
And Oisín, for your family back home in Rathmullen and right around that area, it's a very proud moment for them, as they've been with you all the way from way back in your pony riding days to when you got your apprenticeship down the country, and that now turning professional over the last couple of years. They've played a huge role. It's a very proud night for you to be named the overall winner, but for your family back home and your friends and the people that helped you, it's a special night for them too.
Yeah, definitely. It's very special. Look, I've had a lot of help from family from the very start, and they've helped me all the way to now. So it's great for them, and hopefully I can keep it up.
Thank you, Oisín Orr, the 2020 overall Donegal Sports Star Award winner. That brings our first ever virtual award show to a conclusion. On behalf of the Donegal Sports Star Awards Committee, I want to congratulate all 12 winners this evening. Due to the COVID-19 restrictions, it was not possible to present the actual awards to the winners, but that will be done in due course in accordance with HSE and government guidelines. So from myself, Declan Kerr, and the committee, thank you for being with us for the 2020 Donegal Sports Star Awards. We hope you enjoyed it. Good evening.